So I started, like I said, I started seeing visions after, that one day with Sir. And after that one day, I started seeing Ugra Rupas of Mahankali Devi, like very, very fierce and Rupas in different ways in my meditation. And then I was like, why am I seeing all these visions? And I heard in one of Dr. Newton's classes that whenever you see something in your meditation, you should ask a question into yourself. Then I started asking a question, why am I seeing all these visions? And then I used to see these visions of a man with green eyes and only the eyes and everything. And after a point I started seeing the person, and then one day I was going on questioning, who is this person, but I never got the answer. And one day I was just going through the bookstall in one of the meditation and I saw Master Rampa, Lob Sang Rampa's book, and it was exactly him. And I've never heard of Lob Sang Rampa, never read his books, never anything. But the first time I saw him was in my experience in my meditation. And then after that day he started speaking to me. And then he said, I am your guiding master, and I will tell you a lot of things, answer a lot of things for you. Then I asked him about, my visions about Durga Devi and, the Ugra Rupas. Then he says, Master Durga Devi is your super soul. Then I was like, what is the concept of a super soul? And then he said, every being when it comes onto this earth gets enlightened and goes back into the cosmic world. And when it goes back, the whole enlightened soul again comes back into the world as several physical forms. So he said that, why people say that you shouldn't worship God because you are God. Everybody says that in every Purana they say that God is within you. And that's when I understood the concept. He said, every God is here in the form of a physical body, and you are Durga Devi. So if you're Pujistunde Durga Devi ki, it's nothing but you're worshipping yourself. So you're worshipping yourself. You shouldn't do that. You should go and help others. You should go and practice meditation, preach that to others. So that's when I understood the concept of God is within you, within all of us. So, and after that, there was this amazing experience I had. We had this master called Shalini Balaji in Hyderabad. So we went to a class to her place, and everybody was upstairs and I was down playing with their dogs. And suddenly somebody entered. And then I could suddenly, without like X-ray vision, I couldn't see his body. I could just see his inside his body. And I felt like there was something really black in his stomach, very, very black, and it was like a black hole. And then after that, uncle came there. I was like, okay, there's something wrong with your stomach. What do you have? And then he said that, I have a huge ulcer in my stomach and I'm really suffering with this from a long time. And I didn't even know that man, and suddenly I had the X-ray vision and I could see what was wrong with him. And post that, I could, see people's auras. Whenever my teacher was teaching in front of the class, I could see a green color aura around her, like a huge color of this thing. And then I was like, what is this happening? Why am I seeing this color around people? Then I went back to books and found out there's something called aura, and it reflects your mood and your energy level and your chakras. So I saw all of that. And then after that, one day, this was by far my most memorable experience till date. I was like in a vision, and there was this old ancient temple. And then I went forward and I just kept looking who was there in the temple. And then I saw a man with his dhoti and everything and a pagoda kind of a thing. And he was sitting on the banks of like a small little pond. And then I went forward and forward. I didn't go in front of him. I saw his reflection. It was none other than Gautam Buddha. And then after that he was in his calm, silent state. And one by one, each one of his bodies came and sat beside him. So there were like the physical, the astral, the causal, the supracausal. Like that I saw 7 bodies. And then I was like, what happens? I didn't know that there were 7 bodies till then. And then I came, that was a beautiful vision because he looked so serene, calm, and the experience I saw was just exhilarating. I think because of meditation I could go back into time and actually see the man because of meditation. And then I came out and then I asked everybody, okay, what is this that I'm seeing? And then I read about the 7 bodies. And then I felt so happy that you read about Gautam Buddha in so many books. Everybody tell you. But then meditation is something that helped me to go back in time and see Gautam Buddha at that day. It was a very, very good experience for me. And then about past lives, so I sat one day and I was reading for my exam. And when suddenly I wanted to get refreshed and I sat in meditation, then I heard a voice in my ear saying, "You are Hyun-san." And I'm like, who's Hyun-san? And then it kept saying in my head, "You are Hyun-san, you are Hyun-san." And I came out and then I read about Hyun-san, that he's a Chinese traveler who traveled all the way to India to see, to learn the preachings of Gautam Buddha. So from my past lives itself, I was trying to follow the path of Buddha and come and, learn about it. And then I was so surprised because when I saw Buddha in my vision, I was just beyond happy. Brahmanandam, that's what I felt in my heart. And I felt like there was some connection that, that just made me so happy. And then I realized that I was trying to know about Gautam Buddha from that age. And today, because I sat in meditation, I could actually see him with my own eyes. And that's why the Brahmananda in me. So I just learned about how great a follower of Buddha he was. And how many obstacles he came through. That also. So one day, sir came from Lucknow. Somebody gifted him the travels of Hyun-san. Then he came to me and he's like, "Pranitha, here's a gift for you." And then I'm like, "Oh, what is the gift?" Then I see travels and this thing of Hyun-san. And I was so surprised and taken aback and I was so happy. And I read all about it and it was a wonderful experience to know about that. And after that also, this was a good experience. And after that, one time I saw an experience of me being an orphan in a life. And then I think, like Anuradha was mentioning, I think I had a lot of ego. As a child also you have ego. And that's just human. And then I saw the life of an orphan and how she was mistreated and how people taunted her and bullied her and everything and looked down upon her. And that day after, I felt like for that moment I felt like I was in that life. And I was feeling all the emotions that, that kid felt, or me in my past felt. Then I came out and I just told my mother. I told her, I'm feeling so bad that, I mistreat people sometimes. And from that day onwards, I never have that in me. I never have that ego of rich, poor, caste, creed or anything. And when sir says, through meditation you realize everything, kamam, krodham, anya jayistaru. You will, win over all these feelings. You always wonder how. And this was a practical experience for me. He took me back, or meditation took me back into this place to make me realize that we are here, all here for a purpose. And, money or anything doesn't matter in life. All of us are equal. And that's the feeling that we should all remain with and we should all have as of today. So that was one of the... So my astral experiences, Anangana, it was not only about seeing visions. It's about realizing, understanding. So every vision that you have has a lot of knowledge behind it. Lot of things to say to you. And that's one of the very few experiences that I had, which was very wonderful. And thanks a lot to meditation. Guruji is the way, but meditation is the utmost thing and ultimatum. And thanks to you, thanks to the rally, thanks to everything.